This
I
fucking
don't
bitch again.
like that. I don't like it. Okay.
I texted my mom. I was like, Nick's got his first drag show. She's like, what? When? Can I go? And I'm like, sure, why not? All right, let's do this.
Okay. Okay. Start recording. What is that, Jay? What is that?
I was waiting for you to do something. Okay.
Start recording in 3, 2. I'm done.
Good. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. All right. Come on, let's go.
I'm fucking tired, guys.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Fuck off, bro.
I'm already not good at this. Okay. Start recording in 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of the You Discuss podcast. Today, episode 15, we're going to get into everything RSOs. For us, basically feels like it's been like a month since we last recorded, so we might be a little rusty at this. But for you guys, it's just going to be another week. So I'm just going to pass it off to Claudia. No guest this time. She's going to introduce everything, get us into it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I feel like I'm the honored guest this time because RSOs are arguably my favorite thing about my time at college. I was involved in 1.5 million of them and ran one, started one, did the whole thing. So I'm excited for this podcast. Very basically, RSOs are registered student organizations. It is anything from Greek life to club sports to general clubs, things that are happening. They host events. They usually have regular meetings. And there's a bunch of different categories for what an RSO is. So there's advocacy groups, there's sports groups, there's activity groups. So anything that you want to get involved in, you absolutely can. And there's going to be a club for it at UD. The weirdest one I found was the Chicken Nugget Club. And they just hang out once a month and eat chicken nuggets.
I have a really weird fact that just happened recently. You guys have probably seen it, but it has nothing to do with Delaware at all. But there was a chicken nugget that was shaped like an Among Us character that sold for $100,000 on eBay recently.
They probably discussed it in the weekly meetings for the Chicken Nugget Club.
Okay.
I mean, it's the stupidest thing in the world, but it was really.
I know there
stupid.
isn't there really I know there's a squirrel watching club, or no, is it squirrels?
I'm pretty sure. No, I think it's squirrel.
Well, the bird watching club is just an excuse for them to all go out in the woods and get absolutely stoned out of their mind.
Okay, so there's the squirrel watching club, which cool, but there's a squirrel watching watchers club.
That's creepy.
This may be like a complete bullshit lie, but I remember someone saying that there's a club that watches the squirrel watchers watching the squirrels. Say that 5 times fast.
No, and that wasn't. And that must be a hell of a time because
like
the squirrels.
That's just a good excuse for all the stalkers to come together and just stalk people.
And let's just say the squirrels at Delaware are like insane.
Right, which makes sense. Yeah, which makes sense why there would be a squirrel watching club, because like they're not your normal average squirrels. Like kind of crazy. Where is this going? Like, where is this going?
This is a great start.
I know. I was gonna say this is not
less than 3 minutes.
Back to RSOs and not squirrels and chicken nuggets.
Hey, I said we're gonna be rusty. It's been a month. We're just talking about random shit.
No, we're transitioning from an informative podcast to pure entertainment. No actual value to it at this point.
Great, I'm down.
But no, RSOs are great. Join a bunch of RSOs. As you heard in the Greek Life podcast, I'm very against Greek Life, and I think RSOs are a great way, if you are also against Greek Life or joining Greek Life, to get involved on campus. I was part of like 4 or 5 RSOs pretty seriously, and so my time was very much like I stayed busy with just RSO stuff. But I know a lot of people who didn't do any of them, and I really think that there is something out there that you'll be able to find in an RSO, or start your own. I mean, we're going to talk about it, but you can start your own RSO if you want to, like the Chicken Nugget Club.
Didn't Spencer mention a while back that his friend or family member, someone started a club back a while ago?
Yes, I don't remember I remember him saying that like they just got money and went places, but
Yeah.
he did start an RSO.
Well, so there's like cultural RSOs, which are like that was the they started the Vietnamese and Chinese, Japanese clubs, all these different clubs, and then they melded them all into one big one. But yeah, that's where it started. Was they kind of started all these rival clubs, but they just went out to party and do all that, and eventually got caught. Am I frozen? Both of
No,
you
you're
looked
good.
back on your phones.
Oh, sorry. No, you're good.
All right, we should talk about finding RSOs.
And what about how many there are?
Oh, do you want to do that? And then I can go into finding out about them.
Sure. But you were mid-sentence, so you got to finish your thought.
I, honest to God, I think I'm done. I'm thinking just cut out whatever I said. It's fine.
Sure.
Okay, fine.
I'm sweating.
All right, I'll say. So, like Claudia said, there basically is a RSO for everything, and anything that is student-run, student-organized, basically is registered as an RSO. Delaware has 456 different organizations, which, like Claudia said, include sports, Greek organizations, your chicken nugget clubs, and then everything in between. So there's definitely a lot of options. Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to join. They just, you'll get emails about it. I don't know. You just find one you like and then just join it and then follow it throughout your career if you want to. But if not, you can always just, stop going to meetings and stuff if you don't really like it.
Yeah, one of the best ways to find out about RSOs is God, I'm gonna forget the name of it. I was a terrible
I know exactly
president.
I know what website you're talking about.
I believe. Oh, I'm talking about the On the Green Meet the RSOs event.
Oh.
So every year, I think every year, not every semester, every year, the presidents and vice presidents or representatives from each club will come and go on the green, and you have a board that talks about what your club's about, and you pretty much advertise to incoming freshmen, sophomores, whoever is interested in joining RSOs, and they're able to look at everything, talk to you, sign up for your email list. You can get free candy, free shirts, all sorts of stuff, but it's a great way to just everyone is there to tell you about their RSO. So if you are interested in getting involved in any clubs, absolutely go to that event. You can't miss it. There's hundreds of people on the green at one time.
I'm pretty sure
you
that
can also go.
I'm pretty sure that they do a small one on the Harrington turf. Is that what it's called?
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
East Campus?
Turf.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do a
Pretty sure
small
it's
one
Harrington
and they have
never
bunch
called
of
Russell Turf. I can tell you that.
but they have a bunch of spots. It's much smaller than the one on the green because I know the one on the green was huge. I walked past it, but
yeah,
the one on the turf, and then there's always people that have stands outside, just on paths on random days, walking to class. You'll see different stands with clubs and stuff. There was one club, don't know what it was, who it was, or name, but I want to thank them because on Fridays they would have donuts in front of Perkins, and they'd give out donuts if you signed up for their email list. And every single Friday, I would sign up for their email list
nice.
so that I could get a free donut. So I want to thank them for, funding my I have no more meal swipes and I need food age of college.
We all been there. Oh yeah, those are the good old days.
Did you just keep
Selling
using the
your
same
email
email,
address
or
for
you just keep
snacks.
writing down different ones?
Oh no, same email.
Nice.
They're not gonna check.
They probably get a ton of them. I should have used that strategy, man. That's a great idea.
Yeah, donuts. Come on. I do a lot. Moving on.
Nope, don't even finish.
I used to bring to every meeting to incentivize my members to come to our meetings. I bring insomnia cookies.
Yeah.
And that's what all of our, and I remember one meeting, it was during finals, and I was like, I don't think anyone's coming. That's okay. I'm gonna sit here. But then I walked over to Jay's house with a box of insomnia cookies. I was like, guys, I have 20 cookies. You want some snacks?
Yep.
And it was a good day.
Best club meeting ever. I didn't even have to go anywhere. That's how great that club was. I got to stay in my own home. Wonderful.
Join No Lost Generation, guys. You get free cookies delivered to your door if you're Jalen.
Yes, exactly. Only if you are me.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
But another good way to find out about RSOs is online, and the big website that you use is Student Central.
That's what it was.
Yep, Student Central is like the huge database for all things RSOs. Not only can you find out about RSOs, but like as a e-board member, I would post all of the like, here's our meetings, here's our announcements, here's the volunteer events we're doing. Like you kind of just get to it's like Facebook, but for UD clubs. And you get to share everything. You can add members, delete members, email people. There's kind of just, you can have as much information or as little information, but every RSO is required to have one. So you can find a lot of information about all the clubs on there. You can also pay your dues, get tickets and sign up for events, like literally anything. Everything happens on Student Central.
I've been on it.
Yeah, I can't really talk about it too much. I've been on it maybe once, maybe twice.
I've been on it.
Worth checking out. It's definitely worth checking out. You're gonna find a ton of fun stuff on there. Like it's anything that you need. And you can also search like, oh, I'm really into chicken nuggets, and search up chicken nuggets, and the chicken nugget club will pop up. So it's really easy to find stuff. You can message e-board. It's a great example. But
I mean, it is something most people can get around.
Unless you're a vegetarian.
Okay, don't come for me.
Maybe they have. Like
I could have said horse club.
I mean, you were basically.
I'm getting there.
Okay. I guess speaking of, you're like, if you guys have not noticed by now, Claudia has much more RSO experience than Ross and I times 17 put together. So what clubs, I honestly don't, I know your club, but what clubs were you a part of?
So I was a part of the Women in Politics Club. I was a part of the Puppy Raisers Club for a little bit. I helped them with some of their event stuff. I was the president of No Lost Generation, which was a refugee advocacy club that is still alive and well on campus. So go join that club. I was part of the equestrian team, which was a club sport. I was a part of the, God, I'm going to forget the name of it. It was a really good name, but it was basically a mental health and suicide awareness club that focused on getting and providing mental health care to college students. And I think that was it for everything that I Is he frozen or just sitting there? Oh, no. He is. But Jay, you were sitting there just like this. So we couldn't tell if you were frozen.
I had to lean in. I'm like,
he is frozen. I was like, oh, I go, well. Okay. I don't know what you were saying because I was frozen.
I listed off the different clubs I was a part of, and I was like, yeah, No Lost Generation and Equestrian Team were my two big ones. And the other ones I'd sit in on meetings and I did for a little, but I mean, yeah, I can just continue with that.
I can announce my clubs, okay?
Well, I'm not done with mine.
Continue.
But yeah, so those were my two main ones. Things like Puppy Raisers, I sat in for a few meetings freshman year, and I had friends in it, but technically I was a member. But no, I went to a bunch of meetings for a bunch of different stuff freshman year and kind of tried to get involved here and there. But just if you find something that's interesting to you, or you really want to get involved with something that's major specific, like Women in Politics for me was, I was a public policy major, it made sense. So just kind of try and figure out what you might want to do as your extracurriculars and go from there. Okay, I'm done talking. Jalen, Ross, what were you involved in?
Jay, was there ever anything like freshman year or any other time that you thought about signing up for, or did actually end up signing for and just like not go or whatever?
I was a part of a couple actually. So the first one that I was a part of was Engineers Without Borders, which is honestly, like, I'm not an engineer anymore, but you can sign up for it if you're not an engineer. Like, you can be any major, I'm pretty sure, and sign up for it. Obviously, it's geared towards engineers, but uh, I signed up for that freshman year, and I went to meetings all throughout freshman year for that. And that basically was just they'd go and design certain like structures and systems that would help underdeveloped areas in the world. So I know when I was doing it, we were always talking about a place in Africa and then a place in Indonesia, I think. And they were helping them try to get fresh water to a village that did not have any because they'd have to go walk and get it. So that was cool. Um, I joined the geology club like once I switched majors. That was much smaller, and we just like did little things every single week. I wasn't like super involved in that, but the one club that I actually did a lot with was the the outside club. I was going to say like I don't even remember the name. The outside club?
That doesn't sound right.
Adventure?
No, what is it? It's not called the outside club.
Adventure Club?
No.
Outdoors Club?
Is it the outdoors club?
Outdoor Adventures Club?
I know what you're gonna go into, but like,
Outing club. The outing club.
Outing
That's what it was.
club.
I was like the
We
outdoors
said
club.
outside adventures.
I was like outdoors club. No, the outing club. Couldn't remember the name of it. That was like a lot of like it was cool. So we would go on trips basically. So you'd pay a discounted price to go on different things. Usually they weren't very expensive. They did like hikes every weekend. They did skiing. They did sports and stuff, and then they also had like a house, and everyone would go there, and they'd have food. They'd cater food, have a bonfire. You'd get to meet everyone. The one that I enjoyed the most, I did twice, was whitewater rafting in West Virginia.
Oh, that's
I wanted to do that so bad. I remember
Yeah.
you told me about that, and then
So
that
much
like
fun.
I would have tried to sign up for
Yeah.
it, but then
was-
like they weren't doing it again or something,
Yeah.
and I would have wanted to do that so bad. That's like
Yeah.
top of my bucket list.
So we went to West Virginia for a weekend. It was a coach bus picked us up outside of Perkins, and we drove down to West Virginia. You don't stay in, a room or anything. Like you set up your tent and you sleep outside, which I like camping and stuff from geology, but
Sounds terrible. Glamping is the only way to go. I need my Marriott.
no. But yeah, so we got to go on a whitewater rafting cruise for a day. It was like, I think 4 or 5 hours. Food was included. Cruise, is that what I said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Anyways, yeah, so it was like 4 or 5 hours, and like the breakfast and dinner was like this huge buffet, and it was like all this crazy stuff. Like it was like a luxury buffet, and then they had like lunch on the water. We got to go cliff jumping. We got to ride out some of like the what is it called? The waters, the choppy waters, I don't know, the currents, but like when it's rough waters, I don't know what the name is for it.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's like a specific, the rapids. That's what I wanted to say. So you got to like go.
We were gonna get some DMs about that one for sure.
Yeah, so the rapids, but that was a cool trip, and for all of that, it was like everything was included. It was only $40, so like it's a really good deal. Their trips go extremely quickly. Like I remember the first time I had tried to sign up for the whitewater rafting trip, I was, getting my ticket 5 minutes after they came out, and they were all gone. So it's definitely something that you need to do quickly. But out of my few, but my experiences with clubs, the outing club was most definitely my favorite because it was a lot of fun to go places.
So for me, I mean, there were like a couple freshman year that I originally had signed up for and like put my name on the email list, but didn't really like end up actually like getting involved in. Like there were like basically some like silly things that would like basically go to like Perkins for. It was like one was like the billiards club, one was like ping pong club, another was probably like video game club, stuff like that. But like I would even like go there and like do all that stuff anyway, just like on my own time or with a friend, like half the time later years. But for my major, there was the sport management club, which I would say I probably should have taken like advantage of more, but they gave several opportunities to go on trips to like Philadelphia and go to like a 76ers game or like a Flyers game and meet people that work for the team and stuff like that. And
I want to do that. Do they take geologists?
You can see Jay's face. He's like, "That's amazing," and I'm like, "Who's the Flyers again? Is that a sport?"
God. You live
And-
15 minutes from their stadium, Claudia.
Oh, is it Philly? I did not know
Oh
that.
my God. Oh,
Okay,
my God.
moving on.
Oh, God.
And there were
It's
several
okay, I
times that they
exited
would
the
bring in a bunch of
podcast.
different guest speakers from different, say, schools or just different teams or different sporting industries. They would bring in a bunch of different people, and like I've seen them post on their Twitter or Instagram that they brought people on to talk to the current people there over Zoom. But I would definitely recommend for obviously that major taking advantage of everything that they offer.
Yeah, I think all clubs, I mean, we keep referencing it. I don't know what the chicken nugget club would offer you in the future. Maybe I could be wrong. If someone's part of it, please let me know. But lots of clubs, especially like Ross said, like the major ones, like you may find a lot of different opportunities post college just by being a part of the club. And like it looks good on a resume to have, a couple of clubs, whether you like actually go to them or not. It's another thing. I definitely did not do my part of going to weekly meetings, like especially remember Engineering Without Borders, like they have hour and a half long meetings 2 days a week. And I was like, oh, easy. Like I can do that after class. And then it'd be after class. And I'm like, I'm going to the dining hall and it's also Thursday night. So like it's hard to balance all
Jay's
them.
like, what are you gonna
I was
do?
like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's not that hard.
Yeah. No,
I have
it
to
is.
say, being like having listed on there that I was a president of an advocacy group while I was trying to get advocacy positions. Yeah, they liked that. They thought that was really nice. So like definitely like if like Jay said, if there's a certain professional club that you are a part of that is part of your major or something, do it. It's so good for your resume. It looks so nice to have that stuff on there. If you want to go really far and be super extra, you can start your own.
So you.
I did start it. It never ended up becoming a thing because of COVID. But I was working my research position at the University of Delaware. I was working with a PhD student. She was looking to create an organization on campus that would work as a professional club where we are for like teachers and disability studies major, stuff like that. We were working with the state of Delaware to introduce certain literacy programs to elementary schools and preschools. God, I'm forgetting so much about it. I know I'm butchering this, but basically we were looking to introduce these programs to increase the literacy rate in the state of Delaware. And we did okay, but COVID hit and all this stuff happened. So we couldn't actually make the organization a thing, but I did do all the paperwork and all the boring stuff to start an RSO. And that was fun.
Was it?
It's not as hard as you think. So basically you have to have 3 members of the board. So you have to have a president, a secretary, and a treasurer. So at least 3 separate students who are starting the club. And then you have to have you have to have a club advisor. And so that advisor is a professor at the university who will be kind of the contact person who deals with the university and everything like that. And then you have to fill out these like 50 pages worth of paperwork on what you're going to do, why you want to do it, how you're going to do it.
Sounds fun.
What it's going to cost, all that. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, no. So we got pretty much everything in. We were waiting for a few things and then decided to put it on hold because of the pandemic. Then I graduated and hopefully someone is taking it over because it is a really good program. would be really great for people to get involved in. So
basically, if you're out there and next
yeah.
semester when COVID should be coming to a close, hopefully, just steal Claudia's idea. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you can have it. I give you permission. And I think No Lost Generation is looking for their next president. So
I was gonna say that. Yeah,
if anyone's interested,
I was gonna say like that's still around.
Yeah. If anyone's interested, it's a great. I mean, refugee advocacy group. It's a great organization. They do a lot of good stuff, but it also looks really good on your resume. So go do it.
I put like clubs on my resume, and I remember going into my job, like after I accepted my job offer, and they asked me about the clubs. Out of everything on my resume, they decided to ask me about the clubs, and I was like, bruh, seriously? Nice. Like, can't you look at like something else? Because like they were asking me like, oh, like what did you do in these clubs? And like they probably were looking for something like along Claudia's lines, where it's like, oh, like I helped with this, and this is part of my major. And I'm like, I went whitewater rafting and went on a couple hikes. And that, like, how does that help you for this job? I'm like, it doesn't, but please don't fire me.
Yeah, like I promise I'm good at things.
Right.
But see, Jalen, you were fine, and I had 18 million things on my resume, and I didn't get a job till September. So
I still think it's
You're
I still think everyone should at least research joining an RSO. It's like, again, like going back to when we were saying like making friends, like you can make friends inside of these clubs that you go to. I mean, I have a friend that I met from Engineers Without Borders, which I only did for a year, and they're still in it. Well, they were still in it, but like we're still friends, even though like I met them there, and I was like, oh, like, that's cool. So like, it's really easy to talk to people. You kind of can't not talk to people when you're truly involved in a club, because like you guys are just like doing stuff. But I think everyone should research it. And there's so many, like there's I don't want to say there's too many options, but there's too many freaking options.
Oh
like
no, there are a million things out there, and literally for anything that you want. And if it's not there, make your own. Screw it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, anything you're passionate about, any goofy thing you want to take up, I mean, they've got it there.
Make a podcast. Make a podcast making club. Why didn't we do that?
Make a podcast listening club, and
everybody listens to our podcast.
To our podcast. You can only listen to our podcast.
It's the only one allowed.
That's it. But yeah, there's I mean, even like Abu joined his. I don't know what his club is technically called, but they make beats. music design, something like that. I'm so sorry, Abu. I know, I swear I listen, but
he doesn't listen anyway.
But yeah, like he made beats with a bunch of people in his club, and then he'd come home and be like, oh, like I made this at at the club meeting. Yeah. And then like he took a class, and then one of the beats he made in his club he used for class. So like it's easy. I mean, there's a lot of crossover. I feel like most people, if you like your major and what you're doing, you'll probably, if you want something other than the Chicken Nugget Club, you would probably pick something that would help you in your major also, because that'd be probably most beneficial, just connection and networking wise. But there's so many clubs. Just join all the clubs, and then like you don't have to go. There's no commitment to them. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but a lot of them like just join it, see if you like it. If you don't, unsubscribe from the email list and don't go back. At least you tried. That's what I say.
Yeah, it's like the same ideology for Greek life. Go try it once. If you don't like it, don't go.
Claudia, don't say anything.
I'm not the chat.
But yeah, Ross, if you were to make a club, what would you make?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Claudia, I'm not going to ask you because, granted, you made a club. Because Ross, weren't you a part of like? Didn't you guys like go play Smash for a club? Am I making that up? Or did you just go play Smash?
No, we just went play Smash.
Oh, that's really awkward. Anyways, moving on.
Oh, no,
Well,
I
that
don't know
would be
because
the
I feel
club
like
he would make then.
I don't know. There's very few things I'm passionate about, and I would say those 3 things would probably be like.
Oh, can I guess them? Can I...
Yeah, yeah, you could probably guess them.
Sports, video games. 3. Can I want to say like
Podcast.
chess or something, but like
Chess.
that's.
I'm not a boo.
Oh, right. Sports again.
I was gonna say food.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, I should have known that. That was, yeah, very true. You should make a cooking club.
There probably already is one.
Probably, most likely. I don't think I could. I couldn't make a.
Yeah. What about you?
Join it. I don't know. I don't want that question. I honestly have no idea. What do I like? My club is
RollerCoaster
Grows.
Club.
Ooh.
I could make a I
You
do have my
just go
obsession
to
with
a
roller
bunch of
coasters.
amusement parks and you learn about roller coasters and you ride on roller coasters. That sounds fantastic.
Or you
for
all just get a bunch of old PCs and play RollerCoaster Tycoon too.
Old PCs. I have RollerCoaster Tycoon on this computer. What do you think I'm doing later?
All right. Any other fun facts? Any other fun facts about RSOs?
Fun facts.
things
Jay
people
has
should
every single
know?
RollerCoaster Tycoon that was ever invented.
He knows what he likes.
I know you guys don't think it's a flex, but it is. Just like
Sure. Okay, Claudia, your question again.
Anybody have anything else to add about RSOs and not RollerCoaster Tycoon?
RollerCoaster Tycoon is currently on discount, including the expansion packs. For
Why
anyone,
wouldn't it be on
now I'm
discount? It's
actually
like what?
interested.
20
I
years
love a
old?
good deal.
dude, it's like I paid $60 for it.
What's wrong with you? Current games on like Xbox and PS5 go for $60.
Yeah, good games are expensive, including RollerCoaster Tycoon.
Okay.
Yeah, we are
what's
Chicken
great?
Nuggets RollerCoaster Tycoon. Like we're
RSOs.
just
This is an interesting episode.
I know. We're trying.
Yeah, so for everyone listening, why I said it was like a month last record, we were ahead for a little while
We
once
were.
when we were recording. So it's been a couple weeks since we actually recorded an episode, and now we're like on time. It's been a little while, getting back into it. Little off today.
Yeah.
Entertaining. We're entertaining, Ross.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
course,
Join
of
an
course.
RSO. That's the moral of the story.
Join an RSO. Go join No Lost Generation.
Right. Join
Shameless plug.
Claudia's thing, and then also make Claudia's old.
Other thing.
Yeah.
And then make Claudia's roller coaster idea thing.
I'm losing it. I'm literally losing it. It's okay.
All right. We've all had a long day of work. I say we call it a day.
Okay. We will see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
I don't know
What
what
is the
happened in the
answer?
last 5 minutes. That was a mess.
That was shambling
That was a
nonsense,
fucking
kids.
mess.
That was shambling nonsense.
That was a mess. Ross, you're supposed to be the one that keeps us together. You're not supposed to play into our tangents.
No, that's part of it. That's part of it.
God. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. This is going to be very short. What episode is this?
15. I'm happy it's not long because I just decided with my friend earlier I'm going to be playing golf tomorrow, so won't be home like a good portion of the day.
Very nice. All right, heads up. I'm stopping the recording.